Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Episode 97. Our countdown is on. Two more days, 100 episodes. Thank you for making this a possibility for me, for giving me this opportunity to share this great work as we work in the Sahasrara, the thousand petal lotus. That's just exciting, just even that word, the thousand petal lotus. Now, does that not give you like that stepping into opportunity and possibilities, that infinite, that as every petal opens, so does a significant area within you and me and anyone willing to step into this work? It's the day after my big yoga sadhana, and I always I feel inclined to share with you my learning in its most primary form, because that's part of the work that I do. Is I do the work so that I can be the work, share the work. I educate myself, I embody it, I teach it to me, I teach it to you, which helps it teaching it to me, and then I get to be in this place. One of my teachers, her name is Padma Yvonne Jacques, and she actually used to work at Langara College as well. That's not where I guess maybe that is sort of where I initially met her. Padma means that she's in the Buddhist lineage as well. She's in the Hatha Pradipika lineage, as well as the Tantra lineage. So it's never without any... It's not ever without. It is, for me, pure bliss, absolutely pure bliss. Who would have thought that 3 hours of yoga and an hour of philosophy, and yesterday I had a 2.5-hour European conference with regards to our extended biofield. It was such a glorious day. And then I really treated myself into some well-being, as I'm fortunate enough to have a hot tub, and it's dang cold here in Vancouver, BC. Woke up to 10 degrees this morning, and but it sure makes a beautiful environment for lounging in a hot tub, reading a book. And so my day was pure bliss yesterday. I certainly hope yours was. So looking at some of the topics that we talked about yesterday, we talked about the four infinite thoughts. The four infinite thoughts. And before I go into that, let me introduce you to me. If you haven't been here before, my name is Deborah O'Neill. I am the CEO and founder of blissbe.me, BE.me, Integrative Holistic Health. I'm here to share because I care. Wow. And what a great journey this caring is. I just, there's something to be said for keeping a gratitude journal. Well, there is something to be said for keeping an everyday commitment such that I have. I often thought that I had a commitment phobia, that I wasn't going to go out there and be a yoga teacher in the world. I'll just utilize it with my clients, because I didn't want to commit my morning practice Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays to a community and not think that there's a chance I wouldn't show up, or that I would have resentment, or for needing to have to be there, or anything. It's just I've been so curious with regards to this commitment thing. And this has been a breakthrough for me. This has been a real breakthrough. A lot of people often, in the work that I've read and studied, have said that commitment gives you freedom. And I guess it sort of does. Yeah, I certainly am experiencing that. And it allows me to see where my freedom is. I was like, well, if I need to go somewhere, I'll take my 845 with me. If I want to sit outside, I'll take my 845 with me. So now I'm open to committing to this monthly membership. I'm fully in, and yeah, I'm also fully into the four infinite thoughts. Yesterday, I had with the four infinite thoughts, where we took our edges on our mat. So if you see my little I do a time lapse video of the yoga practice for 3 hours. We worked each side of the mat. And then we worked it again so that we had an opportunity once to first get to that edge, and then the next round of it to get to soften into that edge where the edge was no longer an edge. And it's the beauty of asana. It's part of the 8 limbs of yoga. The first 2 are the yamas and the niyamas, which are a foundation, and that I like to say for our character, for kindness and doing well in the earth, being the best human that I can possibly be, you can possibly be. And they often say it's hard, but I'm not saying I'm perfect. I slip up. I slipped up with my youngest child the other day, and it's like I wanted to bow to her feet. Because she's my teacher. I wanted to bow to her feet. She would have thought I was absolutely crazy. Or swipe her feet. Often in India, up in Badrinath, in the areas of all those holy towns and cities, you swipe the feet of those before you, your teachers before you. But back into the infinite thoughts. I'm going to, let me just go to the page that I marked. So we've talked about the karmic seeds, and we've talked about the team of 3. So the team of 3 are the top 3 rungs of the, I'm just looking for oh gosh, I washed it yesterday. I don't have it with me. The top 3 rungs of the 8 limbs of yoga. So they're dhyana, dharana, and samadhi. Samadhi is also known as the bliss point. That's where I talked about the folding, the opening of the curtains. So those are the 3 areas that of meditation and concentration that will take us to that samadhi, where we get to open those curtains ever so briefly. And then a thought form comes in and sort of kicks us out, and we learn to put that on the train and step back from it as opposed to engage with it. So it talks about the team of 3, and once we really get into that mastery of that, the mastery of ourselves and the mastery of our mind, where we are right now, then we get these cities. These cities are classified like as our superpowers, because when we're in this discipline, this training, working with this insight, of course, this is our area of manifestation. This is our area of awareness, like dimensional awareness. Of course we're going to have cities. Of course we're going to have superpowers. We can't do all this or we can and not experience anything. Like no change? I would have to say that that's impossible. Impossible. I'd like you to reflect on the value of your journey through this time, even if you were only in here intermittently. One-ofs or not congruently, or jumped all over the place when you did it in the series. That's okay. But pay attention. Pay attention to what has shifted. Do you just maybe sometimes find yourself looking at something differently, or observing something, or looking at that obstacle of light that's a messenger to you, as opposed to having a frustration with the actual person or situation where it's a messenger? I just love this work. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then bringing it into my energy practice and my 7 modalities that I practice, it's like the primer before the paint. It allows us to, our colors, like our flavors, it allows that to show up ever so much more brighter. And I think because it works with our grounding. It works with our centering, and it works with our aligning. It works with our safety, our container of Mother Earth, and it allows us to be more accepting of our emotional realm, our watery centers of our body. And if we're more accepting in ourselves, it's so much more easy to be accepting of others, because what we judge ourselves as is how we judge others. So if we're judging somebody and they're reflecting this mirror back to us, that's our echo back. That's our boomerang. We've set that. We've set that to mirror back to us. One of my favorite sayings, and not so favorite sometimes, is if you spot it, you got it, good or bad. So if you can look at somebody and say that person is pure love, guess what? You're pure love. You're pure love. And if it's something to the contrast, then be curious. What part of that am I owning about myself that I'm judging myself on? And then we grow and we get to this place of these four infinite thoughts. May all beings be happy and understand how to be happy. May all beings be free from pain and understand how to be free from pain. May all beings be in bliss and understand how to be in bliss. May all beings have enough food, safe shelter, fresh water, and know how to have enough food, safe shelter, and fresh water. May all beings be free. May they all know how to be free. May all beings be filled with joy, total peace, wisdom, and bliss, and know how to achieve those things. I thought I'd bring this into our meditation today as we prepare with our feet on the floor. Having some emotion. It goes on to say that the source and the power within me, my city, is how much I can love, how much I can feel their pain. That's where the grounding and the centering and aligning comes in. That's where the oils come in. That's where the crystals come in. That's where my favorite sweater comes in. That's where I pull on the resources, internal resources as my breath, my grounding, my centering, my aligning, my meditation. Without that, I don't think I can be that person that I wish to be, that I'm working to be, that I will be, that I am. It's part of the work. It's part of the work. But it's not work. In contrast, it's bliss. To be of that value, that level of contribution, that's where I find my bliss. That's where I find my bliss, and continue to educate myself, embody it, and be it. And to take it monthly with a community gives me more fortitude, gives me more ground, more center, more align. Each step of that process makes that step that much more prominent in your life, because you never know what's going to show up. You never know where that path is going to take you. As ground center align, as we turn on our sensories and envision our favorite tree. I'm going to be that banyan tree at the Mach Mandir in Auroville, Pondicherry, South India. The banyan tree grows out, and wherever it gets this magnificent canopy, and wherever it needs support, the tree just drops down a root which grounds into the earth. So it's a tree of many, 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 many roots. Be a tree. Be the banyan tree if you want to be the banyan tree. Be any tree. And allow those roots to go down into Mother Earth. And permission to receive her beautiful, nurturing, healing, security, her safety, her ground. All those beautiful bounty of minerals that she shares with us. And bring that up to the 4 points on your foot. Spread your yoga toes. Feel it on the floor. Press in your heel. Bring it up into your full foot, into your ankles and your calves. Wash it over your knees, healing that beautiful joint in your knees, and up into your thighs, washing it through your hips and your pelvis. Engaging your sit bones if you're sitting on the chair, those 2 direct points, and allow it to wash up into the lower abdomen. And as you engage your deep diaphragmatic breath, you might want to put your hand there and allow your hand to feel the expansion so that you know that it's engaged. Breathing it into the side ribs and the back ribs as we bring it up into the chest and allow it to expand and wash over our shoulders and wash away today's worries, anxieties, any tension in the body, down the arms to the hands. And bring your hands to your chest. Take your knuckles and put them in your sternum. Feel it. Just gently bring your palms together. They don't have to be firm. Just gently, but bring the knuckles of your thumbs into your sternum. Feel that presence. Bring yourself here to this present moment. Up into the gateway, into the throat, up into the head. As we bring this Mother Earth energy up to wash up and out the portal of 7, Sahasrara, and allow it to cascade 360 degrees down the body, simply just to turn on the sensories and clear that first layer of your biofield and nurture and support and feed this large organ of your skin. Come into that centering place, that point of stillness, as we carry that hara line that we've started from the center core of the earth in through the perineum between the 2 sit bones, up through the spine. Center into the still point so that we can lock in our alignment. We want to lock in our alignment. There's no wavering when we get up here. It's straight to, fine line to God, Source, Creator, Divine. This is the astrals. We straight highway. No deviation to where we want to go. The Trans-Canada #1, the 401, whatever highway you're on, the Autobahn, we are straight up. And permission to receive this golden white light energy. Opening that portal to receive and bringing it in. Feel that lightness. Feel that lightness. Let it wash through the head. You might move your neck and hear a couple snap, crackle, pops. Be gentle. Be gentle. And into the chest. Breathing that in and expanding our lungs. We're going to do some work in the next coming days with the heart region. As an ambassador of Heart Math, I want to introduce you to those heart regions where we breathe in and out of the breath as well. And up through the shoulders, down the arms to the hands. And once again, if your hands aren't still here, bring them back here. Feel the energy of this 4th chakra area, the heart. Breathe it in there. Expand your love button. Expand your love button. I always wanted to make one of these that said love and have, oops. Oh, my battery must be gone. It's an easy button from Staples years and years and years ago. I'll have to replace that and hit that one. And down into the abdomen with this golden white light energy, and into the hips and the arm, or the legs, and the knees and the calves, and the ankles and the feet. Feeling this alignment with divine, creator, God, source energy, higher self, super self, super consciousness, guides, angels, sages, gurus, the place of many names. The place of many names. As we come into this mantra meditation, first let's bring in our breath awareness and feel the breath in our lower abdomen again, bringing in the deep diaphragmatic breath. Put your hand there and create that pathway for your breath, your pranic highway. As you inhale and feel the coolness of the breath on your nose. Feel the exhale, the warmth of the breath on your nostrils as you exhale. Creating one beautiful, smooth flow. You can count to 4, bringing in the 4-pointed breath, that complete breath to your side ribs and back as you do the Soham. We can engage the Soham, inhaling on the So, exhaling on the Hum. Inhaling So, exhaling Hum. Inhaling So, exhaling Hum. And just step back from that a little bit, keeping it up, but allowing yourself just to hear it, feel it, see it, and be it. Not doing it, simply being it. Let's take a moment just to let our mental awareness fall away. Letting the mental obstacles fall away. Allow yourself just to listen as if I'm a voice in the background. And think about, without thinking, how nice it would be if all beings had everything they wanted. Imagine how wonderful it would be if you could fulfill every desire of every being. Think about someone you know who is in need. Perhaps they're in debt or lonely. Wouldn't it be nice if their needs were met? Wouldn't it be nice if every being had enough food, safe shelter, fresh water, and happiness? It should be that way. It should be that way. I'm going to do my best to make it happen. I need some help. Think about how nice it would be if all beings were free from suffering. There are people in physical pain, people who are frightened and hurt. How beautiful it would be if they were free from that. I wish it were so. It should be that way. I'm going to make it happen. I need some help. Now imagine how nice it would be if all beings were filled with joy, total peace, and wisdom. I wish it were so. It should be that way. I'm going to make it happen. I need some help. Finally, imagine how nice it would be if all beings were free from bias that leads them to take care of people take care of people they like and disregard or hurt people they don't like. How beautiful our world would be if it were free from bias and bigotry. A world where people loved each other as much as their own family and worked together in harmony. I wish it were so. It should be that way. I'm going to make it happen. I need some help. It's okay to ask for help. And knowing that help is always available. Feel the blessings of the wisdom that come to you like rays of light. Feel the rays of light coming into your heart. And rejoice in the work you've done in this meditation. Let's take 1 minute together in this beautiful place of stillness, this beautiful heart space, this beautiful call to humanity, call to your heart, call to my heart, and call to the heart of the collective. Engaging the so on the inhale and the hum on the exhale. Wow. Thank you for sitting with me. I don't know if you felt it. Did you feel that expanded field? Wow. Let's be curious for what shows up for you and for me, and what we receive after making a call to that level. That level. Wow. I feel like my whole body has expanded, and that means I'm a mirror of you, and you are a mirror of me. So welcome to this level of expansion. It's delicious. Better than breakfast, lunch, or supper. And from the mother, our offering today. What is it, Mother, that you would like to share with us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, this time? Harmony. Harmony. Let us strive that the day may come when this will be the means and the end. Harmony. Let us strive that the day may come when this will be the means and the end. I believe it's here. Look for the inner causes of disharmony, much more than the outer ones. It's inside which governs the outside. Look for the inner causes of disharmony, much more than the outer ones. It is the inside which governs the outside. Oh, goodness. Sit with that. Write with that. Pen to paper, fingers to digits. The harmony is within. Where harmony is, so does bliss reside. Live bliss, teach bliss, be bliss. I love you. Thank you for being here. See you tomorrow.